Hello.
Good evening.
We are here ready to talk about being stuck together.
Stuck together, no title.
Yeah, we have no title. That's the title. We have no title because we don't have one. So, we're going to be in Genesis 6 for tonight. 6. How was your homework? Did you want? Are we opening in prayer? Or are we talking first?
No, we're opening prayer.
Oh, we're going to pray.
Dear Jesus, thank you for today. Thank you for giving us things to do to take our mind off of the situation at hand and giving us a chance just to grow closer together. And as always, we thank you for giving us time to share your word with others. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen.
Boom.
So, you guys looked at Genesis 6 yesterday, and so
recap.
In Genesis 6, we're going to recap.
Let's recap from the beginning. So, where's your notes? So, in one, we got covenant marriage stuck together.
Mm-hmm.
It was a choice.
Yep.
Adam was alone. God said it wasn't good. Sent to him a suitable
helper. It says disabled helper. It does say disabled. Suitable, disabled, same thing.
Suitable helper. Suitable. Helpmeet.
Mm-hmm.
So, along those notes, sometimes your helpmeet gives you advice like don't lift the TV up by yourself because it looks dangerous. And sometimes it can be dangerous. The TV didn't break.
It was terrifying.
But my body definitely feels broken. So, continuing on.
So, Genesis 6 was what you were supposed to review last night, but we're going to review it also now. So, we got Adam and Eve, and they got kicked out of the garden, and then there was like the whole genealogy that got us to this point in Genesis 6, which is the world is now wicked. Gosh, I don't know what that sounds like. And God regretted making us, which sucks. But he said Noah found favor in the eyes of God. So now we're going to talk about Noah. He was blameless. He was righteous. He had 3 sons. Then he told him that he's got to go build a boat. He's got to go build a boat because there's going to be a flood, but there's never been rain, so he had no idea why he was building a boat. I mean, it stands to reason they could have had boats for like rivers and streams, but they had never seen rain. Water came up from the ground. So the whole idea of a flood, water covering the earth, made absolutely no sense.
Coming from the sky.
Oh, hi, Ashley.
Hi, Ashley.
So yes, so there was Noah, and it just made no sense. He got all these instructions by God to build a boat, and that God was going to make a covenant with him, and he's supposed to bring 2 of every kind, and bring them on the boat.
1 male, 1 female.
Yes.
And keep them alive.
Keep them alive, because that's important.
So.
And then he was supposed to bring on his boat not just the animals, but him, his sons, his wife, and his sons' wives. Right. And then our key verse for tonight was, Noah did everything just as God commanded him. So there was Noah, his sons, his wife, his sons' wives. There was 2 of everything. She said hello. And then there was the male and the female. And Noah did everything just as God commanded him.
He did everything.
Uh-huh.
I'll admit it. I went out in public today. I didn't wear a mask.
I didn't wear a mask, and I have those face covering things, but then I didn't get out of the car. So, because I love to go out, but then when we go to places, I don't want to get out of the car because I don't want to talk to or see anybody. It's kind of a weird way of being, but yeah.
And I tried to practice social distancing, but people just kept invading my space.
I was somewhere. Oh, I was at the post office. I did go in the post office, and there was little lines on the floor, and they told you to stay at the line so you weren't too close to people. So I did do that. I did social distance that. But it's not always easy to do everything God commands you to do, because sometimes it doesn't make sense. And sometimes even when authorities tell you to do everything you're supposed to do, maybe it makes sense, but you just don't want to.
I can't drive 55.
I feel like that's implying that you should go 60 just to give you a cushion.
Or 80 or 90.
I don't go 80 or 90 all the time.
So today we were stuck together, but actually we got to see some friends. And it's kind of funny because we're on the second floor, so we're just kind of talking.
Hi, how you doing? Oh, we're good. Yeah, that's good. Good to hear you. That's nice. Yeah. Okay, bye-bye, because I don't want to get down. I don't want to talk to you.
That's your human contact for today.
Yeah.
So that was fun.
That was nice. Yeah, we sold some stuff, and they came. They got it from our garage, and they loaded it in their truck, and they drove away. We didn't connect with them either, so.
We paid rent in a Ziploc
in a Ziploc bag. We paid our rent in a Ziploc bag because it was supposed to be cash, and we were supposed to deposit it in the bank, and we missed the open bank by 10 minutes because now the bank closes like all these crazy hours because everything is different. Yeah, so we had to go find our landlord and hand him a bag of money in a Ziploc because we just so happened to have a Ziploc. We weren't running around with money in a Ziploc. That's not what was happening. But yeah, that's what happened. So, just the craziness. I mean, if you guys have crazy, you can add it in too. But
our crazy was good today.
Yeah, our crazy was good.
We both stayed busy.
And but we were separate. We did stuff that I had to get stuff done, and he had to get stuff done. And so we just did our separate, and that was okay. And so now it's good because we're able to come back together. I think it's good that you have time apart so you can have time together. And even if you do stuff together all the time, like I know some people are working and maybe they work together, you still need to do your own thing because you're your own person and you need to maintain you so you can maintain this, because this can't be the center focus of your life. If this is the center focus of your life, or if your kids are the center focus of your life, or your work is the center focus of your life, then this relationship with you and God is going to be messed up, and you won't have any of those other things. All those other things won't work out well. So, yeah.
So, yeah, today was like a normal Friday.
It was pretty good.
I chilled, and you worked.
Mm-hmm.
And then you came home, and
San Diego has to wear face coverings starting tomorrow when we're out in public. Craziness taken to a whole new level. So do the babies have to have face masks? How would you keep that on the babies? That's so insane. I can't even fathom that. I do. I feel for you. And Trin with the babies. I can't fathom if I would have had all 4 of my kids at home and be locked up in home. I mean, the worst that I had was like when they all had chickenpox together, and we had chickenpox for like 6 weeks because, of course, nobody got chickenpox at the same time. But yeah, so I can't fathom that. And it's like at least chickenpox, okay, you're 2 weeks, you're done, 2 weeks, you're done, 2 weeks, you're done, and we were done. But it's like this, nobody really knows when we're done. So, no, kids have to stay. Oh, kids have to stay home. Wow. So that means...
Yeah, that is a whole new level.
That's a whole new level. Yeah. Whoa. Wow, I didn't know that. So this is for you. This is for you. Okay, so we're going to hit on Genesis 7. So now that Noah did everything God commanded, in Genesis 7, God told him to go in the ark. Take his whole family in the ark, and you got to take all your animals in the ark. 2 by 2, they came to Noah, and they got in the ark.
And then what? God closed the door.
God had to close the door because they couldn't close the door. Like, people miss that part of the story because that's pretty intense. Like, anybody could have got in the ark, but God told Noah to get in the ark with his family, and he told the animals to come to Noah, and the animals got in the ark, but they couldn't have closed the door. The size of the door was massive, so God had to close the door and close them in. And what that meant was
They're stuck.
they're stuck, and those that were in, and those that were not, were not. And so he was 600 years old. Noah was 600 years old. He built an ark at 600 years old.
My back feels like it's
he carried a 65-inch TV, and he's in pain, and he's not 600 years old.
No.
Can you imagine if you had to build a boat for 100 years?
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, he had his sons.
Yeah. How helpful would they be?
They're pretty helpful. My sons are.
Joshua threw the water across the ravine when we were walking in the desert, and we almost all died of dehydration. So.
Yeah, he did do that. He did do that.
So anyway, they got in the boat, and they were in the boat, and they were in the boat for a really long time. Do you know how long they were in the boat? 150 days. 100, and they didn't know. We have this, but when they got in the boat and the rain started coming, they didn't know how long they were going to be in the boat. They didn't know how long it was going to rain. They didn't know how long it was going to take for all this water to dissipate so they could see land again. They didn't know that. All they knew is, well, we're stuck in this boat. Here we are for 100. Now we know they were there 150 days, but they didn't know that. 150 days. 150 days is 30, 60, 90, 30. That's 5 months? No.
30, 60.
90, 120. Yeah. Holy cow. Hopefully none of us are stuck for 5 months. That's a long time. Wow.
That is a long time.
I guess people that are out of school, though, like March, April, May, June, July, August, like, they're saying you're not going to go back to school till fall. Like, that could be 6 months with your kids. Like, wow. Hi, Debbie. Glad that you're here. So, yeah, that's what happened in Genesis 7. They were stuck in that boat for 150 days, and that's a long time.
And they had no internet.
They had no internet or cell
phones. No TV.
They had no one else but each other. No one. Just each other.
Well, he had his kids, but
they
could have been somewhere else on the boat.
It's a big boat.
It is a huge
It's not
boat.
like they didn't have anything to do. It's a lot of animals to feed. I know they say that, like, the animals probably went into hibernation, and because God knows nobody wanted to clean all those stalls.
For 150 days.
For 150 days. It's a lot of stalls.
It's a lot of stuck. Stuck with stalls.
Stuck with stalls. We named tonight's topic quarantine, even though we couldn't come up with a title for what we're doing tonight. So we called Genesis 7 quarantine because being stuck in a boat, we definitely thought was quarantine. So what stuck with us today was they were stuck. They did everything that God commanded, and that meant that they were stuck. And then they weren't just stuck after. I feel like they were stuck for the rest of their lives, because even though they got out of the boat, they were the only living people on the planet. It's like forever stuckdom. I don't even know. Like, hey, there you are again. Hey, yeah, you know, I mean, like, it's me and you, our 3 boys, their 3 wives, and that's it. No one else got in the boat.
What's new with you?
Not much. Same as yesterday, and the day before, and the day before. And they lived forever.
Well, they were having kids.
Yeah, but they lived forever. Forever. They were the only people on the planet. Like, so see, we could always have it worse. It could always be worse. It could be worse than what we're at. So, what stuck out to you? He did everything God commanded him.
He did everything God commanded him. So, I'm sure it wasn't easy.
No.
I'm sure he had friends.
Yeah, that didn't get in the boat. I mean, if he lived that long, like...
I'm sure he was ridiculed.
Yeah, they thought he was crazy. I'm sure they thought he was crazy.
But God told him to do it.
And he did it.
You know? And that kind of, I don't know. Some of my kids are in situations where, yes, they are like we are. They're stuck at home.
Yeah.
But then there's other kids that are in different career fields that they are not stuck at home.
Right.
And there's a reason they're not stuck at home.
Right.
And they understand and they put themselves in that situation and they're fine with that.
Right.
So, choices.
Choices. It's always about choices. I'm stuck with you, you're stuck with me. Even if that means we have to go out with a face mask on only and our kids have to stay at home.
Or not stay at home.
Or not stay at home.
Put themselves in harm's way.
Put themselves in harm's way.
But,
oh, I rubbed my nose. I'm sorry.
oh, but
I
you're at
touched
home.
my nose.
You're fine. You're at home. You washed your hands.
I did.
But once again, they're doing what, you know,
Has been asked of them.
what has been asked of them.
And sometimes that's not an easy thing. And I think as you come to understand that it's not all, you're not the center of the universe. It's not all about you getting that last roll of toilet paper. You know, it's not all about you. And when you can step outside of yourself and see that if you can do everything that's being asked of you and you can give as much as you can and do all that you can, then God's going to honor that. God chose his family because he was righteous and blameless. The only righteous and blameless family on the planet.
It was
So
Noah's.
I guess it was okay that they were the only family left, I guess. I mean, yeah, you know, sometimes things have to change. And because of the choices we make, things change. And because of those changes are not always bad. I mean, the changes we make affect our own lives and there are choices, but they also affect others. Because Noah chose to build that ark, his family was saved. Because Noah chose to build that ark and get in, he was saved. Because the others that chose not to get in the ark,
Well, they couldn't get in the ark.
they chose not to.
Well, they had made their choice a long time ago.
Exactly.
But,
Because anybody could have got in the ark.
and without Noah doing what God said,
Right.
then we wouldn't be here.
Exactly.
Stuck.
Again. Yes. Yeah. Choices.
Choices.
What is the choice you're making? What's stuck with you today? What choice are you going to make today that's going to have a lasting impact? How is the choices you make today going to make changes for tomorrow? Because that's the whole reason we're here. Our whole purpose is that our choices make eternal impact, right? If you're doing things that have no eternal value, then
What's the point?
what are you here for, right?
What are you doing? What
and
are you doing?
Yeah, I mean, and this is because we have a relationship with God. So we have an eternal perspective. People that don't have a relationship with God, then, you know, it's all about making more money or looking your best. And not like those things aren't important to us, but they're not our primary focus.
At the end of the day.
Right.
Can't take it with you.
No. And don't matter how good this looks, it ain't going to look like this forever. Because I didn't look like this 20 years ago. So.
I did.
Anyway, I don't think you looked exactly like this 20 years ago. I'm pretty sure you were like 30 pounds less.
That's it. I didn't have this much gray.
And you had hair.
Yeah. Choice.
Choices. Well, I don't think you chose not to continue to grow your hair.
God just took some of it up early.
Sometimes God takes things we don't need anymore.
It'll be there when I get there.
There you go. There you go. That's a good perspective. So anything you guys want to share, you're more than welcome to share anytime.
Ashley, we'll keep you in prayer.
Yeah, that's huge, Ashley. I'm so sorry.
You guys are going to have to do shift work.
Yeah.
To get out.
Yeah. I think you just need to go out at some point. Yeah. I don't even know.
It sucks because we can't even come down and build.
Right, because tonight this month was the month that we were going to go down and see all the grandkids, and that's not happening.
Mm-hmm.
So homework for tonight is Genesis 8. If you want to read over Genesis 8, we're going to be covering that tomorrow. Tomorrow we'll be
Not
on.
tomorrow. Is it
Tomorrow? Saturday.
Oh yeah, we're not on
We're
Sundays.
We're on tomorrow, but then we won't be back
Thank
until
you. You're
Monday.
welcome, hon. We love you guys.
Yeah, we do love
we
you guys.
miss our grandkids.
Yes, we do. Yes, we do. So, hope you guys are doing well. If you guys ever have anything that you need us to pray for, please add that stuff in. And of course, as always, please comment, please like, please share. We are including the YouTube links. All of these are on our YouTube channel, so if you know of anybody that's not on Facebook, you can still share them that way. And
pray. I'll ask you right now. Pray for my kids. Pray for my kids, because I got a couple kids that are out there working, because that's what they're doing. You know.
The boys miss us.
Oh, we miss them too. We miss them too. But we got a couple that are,
yes,
they're out there working.
Yes.
And
just their safety. And any one of you guys, I'm sure all of you guys are impacted by this, and we pray for those that are impacted, and we're praying for your safety and health as well. So thank you guys so much, and we look forward to seeing you tomorrow.
Bye. See you later, Wyatt and James.
Yes, bye, Wyatt and James. God bless, guys.